In two sentences, describe Jesus.
Uh, the father that I wish had lasted a bit longer, and a ray of sunshine that can never be, a ray of sunshine that never sets.
Hi, I'm Louis Pedron for Cinema Daily US. And of course, we are here interviewing Luke Dimyan, one of the lead characters of playing Judas in the TV show The Chosen.
That's me.
Hey, Luke. How you doing?
Hi.
A lot of my viewers are actually Filipino Americans and Filipinos abroad and all the Asians all over the world. I know you have fans because I've seen when I used to do the YouTube in the first few seasons, there are a lot of Filipinos. We want greeting them, please.
Of course. Hello. Hello, Philippines. Hello, all my beautiful Filipinos out there.
And we always, of course, we say mabuhay for long live.
Oh, mabuhay.
So, one of the words that I saw watching the TV series, you were asked this particular question: Are you really ready to do the hard things? When did you realize that this role is actually hard? I'm sure you're well trained to do so, but how was that feeling? Portraying this role.
Weirdly now, I think it got easier as time went on. Initially, I had this idea that it needed to be harder. Uh, this has been my first time getting to be part of a multi-seasonal show, a long-running series, and it's been a wonderful learning experience. I think when I first got on the show, I was 24 years old. I had only been auditioning for, I want to say, like about 3 years out in the industry. So it's only been like 3 years of work under my belt, and then I got this show, and it's helped me break down so many conceptions of what I thought meant, what I had to be like a professional performer. I I broke down so many expectations, ideas, and being surrounded by so many other talented, seasoned, amazing talent. Wait, I said talented. Dang it, words. Just my co-stars are so caring and they were so kind to me that they helped me appreciate and take some ease with the performance and maybe not take myself too seriously, which I think just improved the character and the performances later on, which I'm glad that I figured that out early and instead of later because that would have been really embarrassing if I did not do anything to improve my acting ability in 5 years.
you're you're so humble. If I were to commend you, I'd commend you for Best Actor award for this,
Oh,
especially the last few seasons.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I like to stay humble because uh, what's the point in being otherwise? I mean, like I could talk big about myself all I want, but at the end of the day, that would just be my perspective, and I could be wrong. So why would I say that out loud? Why would
Thank
I
you
be
for
wrong out loud?
thank you for saying that. But well, your name, your character's name means Judas means
Oh, praise God.
God be
Yeah.
praised. So you're giving back the glory. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, we are promoting The Chosen and we want more Christians and non Christians to watch this. But believe it or not, I've been telling people, like, hey, I'm going to be interviewing Luke Dimyan of The Chosen. Some people have not seen it, but I guess we're going to try to tell them more exciting things about this. But going back to your talent again, your eyes says a lot. Have you been getting that comment? And I know in acting and performing, the reaction shots are more important sometimes than the words that come out. Would you mind talking about that and what comes out in your head? Because your eyes says it all.
Oh, well, thank you. My eyes are a family heirloom passed down to me by my mom and my grandma. Very
An
thankful.
heirloom, you said.
Yes, yes. They've been asking for them back, but I've grown a bit attached. Uh, I they've been my greatest complementary feature. Everyone, ever since I was a kid, have been telling me, "Oh my goodness, your eyes are fantastic," and I'll be like, "Oh, what about my personality?" And they're like, "Oh no, that's okay. We'll stick to the eyes." But they, I don't know. I think film especially brings out a lot in the stillness of performers. You get to appreciate the more subtle, personal, intimate uh, things in a performance that you wouldn't get to see otherwise. In theater, it's all about being loud and proud and hitting the back of the back of the theater with your voice. So it's definitely different. I think it's very weird because early on, I think I would be too much in my head about it. And if you tense too much, that also shows because the camera is so close to you. So usually it's good to just relax and make your head empty. It's almost in like a Zen state when they get the camera like real up close to you and they want to show that emotion. Sometimes it's easier for me to just knock out all thought, just go absolutely brain dead. And they're like, "What have you done?" And then it looks great on camera, so I can't judge.
Well, that was your director, and of course your cinematographer are really great in giving the other actor the reaction shot, so it's fuller that way, and everybody gets close up. So how intimate is that? That most of the time the camera is like literally on you.
Luckily, well, sometimes depending on the lens they put on, sometimes I don't even know if I'm in the frame. Like
Ah,
there's so many of us that will be standing shoulder to shoulder. I'll look at our first AD, um, Adam Drake, and I'll be like, Adam, am I in the shot? And he'll like look in the camera for a second and turn back to me like, you can. Because all you see is the lens with the glass, and it could be like right next to you, and
you
it's like,
can be,
oh no,
yeah.
it's a long lens. It's over there, and so it
Um,
really does feel like a bit of a roulette game. Uh,
right.
am I in the shot or not?
You,
But it's fun when you're in
you,
it. Oh,
yeah, you did mention that you were young when you started. You're still young. You're what, 21 years old. Um, uh,
wish
young
I was 21.
people
21
are.
seventh.
I know your character had that betrayal, but this is before the betrayal. So it showed you with your enthusiasm, your explosiveness, with your wow, we're very bright ideas, and it came literally from you being young as well. But how are all of this in your preparation as part of the script or direction, or did it just come from you being young for real?
I think I had a natural idea that I wanted to make him extremely likable. Whether I infused some of my own youthfulness into him, I wanted to make him honest and genuine,
I
which I
agree.
think
I agree.
to other people's confusion or dismay, or they could even disagree with me. I remember I was talking about I had a video where I talked about how I felt about Judas, and then I saw someone react and it was like, yeah, I think he's a little biased. I don't think that's actually how Judas is. And I thought like, oh wow, so even when I do it, they don't want to hear it. So who knows? I mean, I tried to make him as good of a person as I possibly could to just juxtapose
Yeah.
people's expectations and then what's to come, just to show an arc. But yeah, I just kept that in mind. My top rules was like he loves Jesus no matter what, and he loves his family, whether that is his sister or
Yeah.
his disciples, his brothers. That
It
he
it, it it did- it did show. It did show, and I must admit that when they say, remember in performance they say if you play a villain, be sure there's likability somewhere there.
Mhm.
You're not just supposed to hate the person, but you're supposed to see the humanity of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go back really really fast about your enthusiasm, your youthfulness, and any of it autobiographical that you put in your character.
I mean, maybe, possibly. It could. Judas himself, the way I play him, he feels very close to naturally who I am, and I think as the writers and Dallas got to know me more. I think they leaned into the more Luke aspects of Judas.
Yeah.
He talks a lot, which I realize is a uh it's something that I also do. I tend to yap, and so does he. For either our detriments. But yeah, I think I found a lot of familiarity. It's not hard to get into Judas' headspace because he really is just a young man, a kid even compared to the other disciples, trying to make sense of a situation that he feels so uh so far behind from. Like he's trying to grasp it and make sense of it. And the further he gets from his understanding, the more sporadic and scared he gets, and the he has to make sense of something makes him a bit more desperate. So he just feels very naturally human, and prepping that mostly I just have to learn my lines, remember who I'm talking to, and the rest kind of just takes care of itself.
Talking about sporadic and scared, I'm scared that it's the last 1.5 minutes of our interview.
Oh
And
no.
were they allowed to? I'm gonna ask you, were you allowed to improv? But this time we're gonna improv a little.
Oh,
Let-
fantastic. Go.
You're gonna play Judas, and you're
Okay.
gonna answer as Judas.
All right. Hit me.
Judas, what do you think of yourself? Do you believe in manifesting? Why are you so enthusiastic about life?
Well, both my parents are dead. So I think that sometimes you gotta be a little happier and less dappier. No, dappier is a way of dressing. Never mind. I don't know. Whenever I'm around Jesus, I get really happy. My life before it was kind of depresso espresso, and so I decided I don't want to be a businessman anymore. I want to do something that I feel like gives my life meaning, and so that was following my rabbi. And whenever I'm around him, I'm just happy and I smile. So he gives me my enthusiasm.
In as Judas, please invite all our viewers to watch The Chosen because the whole world should be watching it.
Yes. Hello, everyone. It's Judas. Um, please watch our show. I promise you can trust me. It's very good.
I'm Louis Pedron for Cinema Daily US with Luke Dimyan playing Judas. And please watch it because the fifth season is out in all the different platforms, including Prime, Amazon Prime, and YouTube, I think.
Yes.
Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, sir. You're a blessing to all of us. Thank you for portraying this role really beautifully. Congratulations.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke.